A Shasta County man had been arrested for breaking into Cody's OK Corral in Cottonwood, but security camera video shows he didn't do it. The case was dismissed today, and after spending time in jail, the question is, who did? The Northstate News' Max Tedford is outside the Shasta County District Attorney's office with what comes next. Max.
Well, Mike, authorities said they'd ID'd Jacob Snyder as the man suspected of breaking into the OK Corral at the end of March through security camera footage. But now that same footage has gotten the case dismissed, while he and his lawyer are left with questions how he ended up arrested for a crime he didn't commit.
On April 1st, ownership of the OK Corral posted this picture, showing a man they said broke in the week before, stealing dollar bills that were taped to the ceiling and their Spectrum cable box. According to Snyder's attorney, Jacob Levin, after owners asked for help from the community, 3 names of possible suspects were passed along to law enforcement, Snyder being among them. He says flags should have been raised when officers first arrested Snyder April 8th, when none of the stolen property was found.
They don't find that at his house. They don't find the cash at his house. They don't find my client's fingerprints in the business. They don't find any DNA. They just used a photo from 5 years ago and just assume that it's him.
Levin asserts it should have been clear the 2 men are not the same, just based off facial hair, with Snyder sporting a handlebar mustache the last several years. However, despite the clear differences, he says it was difficult getting the DA's office to see it.
They brought that to their attention. That was on Thursday. They waited until today. They didn't do anything that day. They didn't do anything on Friday. They didn't let me know today. They just came today and decided to dismiss the case.
Snyder's case was dismissed Monday morning at the district attorney's request, citing a lack of evidence, seeing Snyder released later that day. However, in the meantime, Levin says he spent weeks in jail unable to work, leaving him asking why.
Eventually they did care. At this point they dismissed the case. But why it took so long, or why it took a motion for me to make them care is really unclear.
Now, I reached out to the DA's office to hear how exactly the determination was made to arrest Snyder and find out whether the investigation will now be reopened. As of yet, I have not received any answers. Live in Reading, I'm Max Tedford for the Northstate News.